morning, everybody. How are you today? How are you doing on this amazing morning? It is that time of the day where we do the morning blessings. So, how are you feeling today? How are you feeling? What's up, Loretta? Good morning. You are early. So, how is it going for you? It is nice to see you here. Hi, Sue. Glasses to see your name, right? So, some days, Sue, Loretta, who else is here with us this morning? Instagram is not working us up. I know there's a third person, but Instagram is not helping. YouTube, tell them we are here. We are ready to do this. And so, and on TikTok, we are coming up, so we'll have everybody with us in a moment. So, how are you feeling today? Hello, Treasures Planets. Good morning. Hey, Stacy. Welcome, Stacy. Hey, you are back. Feeling better? Bronchitis is not fun, is it? And here we are. It is a wonderful, wonderful. Today is Thursday. A little day closer to the weekend for those who are working. They're looking for it. They want to enjoy that weekend. They want to be able to do things with their family and friends. So everybody is here. One of the things, one of the people that I forgot, like she sent a message on Monday during the live for her to do the the seminar. But unfortunately, I didn't see it, and I haven't seen her yet to apologize to her that I hadn't seen her message for the seminar. But anyway, here we are, Sue, and all these amazing people this morning. We are ready to do something amazing with our life. Look at the topic, the power in pausing. So, welcome to the morning blessings, everyone. It is that time of the morning, 8:01. We are a minute late. We shouldn't be late. The wisdoms of the universe is waiting to help us. So let us get the show on the road, guys. It is that wonderful, amazing time for all of us that we know we should pause. We know there is a reason in pausing. And the thing about pausing is that if we pause and when we pause, we win. Whenever we take the time to pause, we are winning. That is the most important thing. We are succeeding. We tend to believe because the world we live in is a world of let's get it done right away. Let us push through. Yet, they tell us of the grandeur and the amazing people of the blue zone that just take the time to, they enjoy everything, they pause, they look at a flower, they're 100 years old and they're still moving around in the garden. They tell us that. They make series for us, but they do not teach us to pause. When we have a job, they demand that we just work and work and work. Some cases, the law had to be enacted to say you need a 15-minute break because that wasn't something they just gave us. We had to fight for it. But we still, outside of the working environment, we have the opportunity to pause. Hello, everybody. I can't always see all of you on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube because it's moving slow. Technology does its thing. We just work with it. So I apologize if I'm not greeting you, but I know you, I can see you, and I am happy and grateful you're here. So good morning. Again, we need to learn to pause. They said we must multitask. Multitask does not give you an opportunity to pause. Multitask just pushes you forward. It just makes you go. You might trip, you might fall, you get it half done. Really, you just get it half done. That is what multitasking can sometimes do. But it's something, oh, you do not have multitasking powers. And all of a sudden, you're not qualified because your powers for multitasking is not amazing. Well, what I know for sure in my young age, I used to be able to reverse my age, but if I reverse it now, I would be 87 when I'm 78. And if I do it next, it's just not going to win. So I have to keep and tell you, in my 78 years of persistently doing my best and sometimes hitting my head on the wall because I failed, I did not do it, I did not stop. But what I know for sure as of today, that the power of pausing in the moment to just know where you are is so powerful. Sometimes we desire something, and that is all you will hear us talking about what it is we want in our life, all these amazing things. And that is great. We're supposed to do that. But we are supposed to pause and realize where we are on that journey called life. So sometimes pause to realize what you are trying to be, to hold on to, or what you should let go. It's only when you pause you can come to the true moment in time. It's in a pause. In the olden days, they said they would say, "Oh, you're not pausing, you're musing." And musing almost sounds like a laughter, like a smile. You cannot help having that smile if you are musing. It just brings that smile to you. But rash decisions will make you do them without pausing. Like, it's only when you pause you're going to come to the conclusion, is this for my highest good? Am I really supposed to be here? Is this the conversation I should be having with this person right now? That is what happens when you pause. When you pause, you can take the time to reflect. I prefer to say you inflect, because when so you're looking at this situation and you're saying, okay, I know it's not good, but if you do not stop, no, just stop. You see, I took my glasses off. You just stop. You want to be connected. And you pause and you realize, where am I? What's going on here? What am I allowing to take me over? And that is what pausing does. Pausing will help us to make a choice better, a more successful choice, a choice that will take us a little closer to success. That is what pausing does. Pausing makes you realize what you are trying to hold on to and whether that is what you should let go. So it's not only people. When I say that, you think, okay, somebody's here, that must be Ariana or Angie or Soulmate, whoever. And all of you on Instagram, I can see you, but I cannot see your names because Instagram is not moving this morning. Those of you on TikTok, I acknowledge you. I'm grateful for you. I thank you for being here with me. And guys, when we pause, we become successful. When we pause, we get what it is we are looking for the right way because we pause. You know, the government gives us that pausing thing. They say you have 48 hours after you sign a deal to get out of it on a car or whatever. There's different rules for different things, but you have that pause. So they allow us to have a pause when we are using our money, our rights, our signature. But we need to use that pause in our daily life, in a daily life. I am not talking about praying. If every time you pause, all you do is pray, are you listening to what's going on? Because it's great to pause and to sit and pray and meditate. But your mind is moving. Bring the pause into the awareness. I'm sitting on the park bench. I'm sitting over here. I am doing this over there. Bring the pause to the moment where you are right now. Bring the pause to the present moment. I am here. That's what the pause is. And maybe all you notice was a twig. All you noticed was a squirrel. All you noticed was the breeze. All you noticed was there is a branch. Every other leaf on that branch but one is spinning. One is not spinning, or they're all silent, and this crazy leaf is going like this. Pause. Are you that crazy leaf? Are you the only one, or are you in the herd and you somebody else is in the single leaf that's not moving on a branch? There is no window. There isn't a wind when you notice that. That one leaf is spinning. All the others are not moving. Why? It has a mission. And if you want to be in the spinning of a grand thing, we are in it already. The world is spinning. We're all moving. We're all getting there. We're all anxious. We have to do this. We must do that. We have to. But there is power in pausing. There is so much power in taking a pause. Before you speak, before you move, even before you enjoy. You met a man, a lover, a woman, and you cannot wait. You have to get in, fall in love. And then 2 years later, 6 months later, 10 years later, I should have just paused. Why are you saying that? Because you just suddenly realized I went in this thing without pausing. I went into this deal without looking at the circumstances. I believed everything that came from that human's mouth. I signed my name on this piece of paper. People are having a lot of regret nowadays. A lot of people are saying, I regretted doing this, I regretted doing that. But again, Willie Nelson says it in his song, regret is etched on my brow, and I can do nothing about it now. So we cannot go back and fix the regret. Good morning, everybody. I cannot see all of you, especially on Instagram. It's not moving. Welcome to the morning blessings. And it is the power of pausing. What you can accomplish when you pause. What you will learn when you pause. You guys heard me talking about you are in one room and you turn off the light and you immediately just realize the door is where you always thought it was, and it is. Only when you turn off the light to go, you were more on the left of the door. And have you walked into the door, hit your elbow on something? Because it's there, but you were not quite in line with the entrance in the dark. The magic, though, is it clarity comes in. You can see better now. The cloud is gone. All of a sudden, you turn off the light, and before you step out, that first step, pause. Get yourself to wait for the darkness to clear, because it will clear. It is not the best thing to do to rush out when the weather is bad and it's not clear. It is not. Wait for the clearing of the day to show up so you can see where you're going. And that means you must pause. And you have to rest in pausing. You must stand there. You must sit there and say, okay, I am here. And you know what I notice? Pausing before taking a step, you require 30 seconds. You do not require minutes and minutes. You don't have to stand there and say, should I go or should I stay? You're looking at the deal. The person is talking too fast for comfort. I used to teach at nonprofits all the time, and I did JVS in Toronto, the Jewish Vocational Services, which is it's a worldwide agency. And when my book Controlling the Debt Monster came out, they brought me in to teach financial literacy. Now, those of you who do not ever know of this fantastic organization, it was started in 1947, for when the people that were persecuted in Germany were coming over to the West, that they had made a group of Jewish people from this agency to help them find jobs. That's why it's called the Jewish Vocational Services, right? The government saw how well they did it, and the government decided we are going to employ them to do the general population. So that's 1947. When they did it, I was a year old. So they hired me to go in there and to talk and to teach people on those things. And many times I would come across people who made some choices that they made in a rush. And they will tell you that. Tessa-Marie, I didn't think it through. Tessa-Marie, he came, like I always say, there's a population that is over insured. They're over insured. And this young lady is telling me how she ended up signing for life insurance on her children but she had no money. She had no life insurance on herself, and she's now destitute in a bad situation. He met her on the street, told her he sold insurance, life insurance, and she said, "Oh yeah, and you should get some for your kids." She was walking with the kids. She did that. He came to her house. She said, "Can you come around too?" No, no, no. He showed up at 6 o'clock in the afternoon. What happens in a household when there is a mother, a father, and three kids coming from school? Picture this in your mind. The kitchen is abuzz. The rice is boiling over. The chicken is baking in the oven. The salad is hardly done. Everybody is doing homework on the kitchen table. Your husband has the TV at 10 decibels above normal hearing. Bring down, the bell ring, and this person dressed in a suit comes into your hot apartment, and you are realizing that you were sold that you should sign on this thing. It's good to have insurance on that. And that's the picture he walked into. But he did it purposely. He knew at that time there were so many things happening in that household that she couldn't concentrate. She didn't pause. And she signed. And she signed. Sign here, sign here, sign here, sign here. Packing his briefcase and off he goes. When I met her, she had already realized she was losing. But she couldn't get them to stop taking that money from her, no matter how hard she tried. We had to help her. And it was like three different insurance policies. When you're a mother working and your husband and you have three children and you have to pay your rent and feed everybody and clothe them and all of that, right? It's not easy. And she said, I just didn't pause. She said, I just wanted, I didn't think, I didn't pause. I thought insurance is good sometimes for some things, not for all the time for everything. There's a time it's just not for you at that moment, not that type. Do some homework, study it, ask questions. And they do that. When the person shows up in the church with a briefcase and their suit is a little bit too tight on them, they're not there to preach the gospel. They're there to sell you some investment, something you can barely afford. Pause. Pause. Tell him you do not want to do business after church today, after the service. Pause. Stop and ask, no. When somebody looks at you and you're 50 years old and you have $100,000 that you have into your 401k and they're putting it in the most aggressive investment, pause. Say, what is that? Ask them to tell you what is an emerging nation. They will put it there. You know why? They make more money they get a commission. The more volatile your investment is, the more commission they make. You're 50. Moderate, maybe close to safety, certainly not volatile. Volatile is where it goes like that, like this ocean on a really bad day, up and down and up and down. You don't have time, it's not on your side. In 15 years, you're going to retire. This thing needs 20 years to make money. Pause and say, no, when I need the money, what is it? Explain to me, what is an emerging nation? They invest in countries that are third world countries that are doing great things. Volatility is there. So it's not only pausing before you open the door to walk into the hallway in the dark. It's not only pausing before you make that right turn on a stop sign and the cop is in the parking lot over there in the park looking at you. It's not only pausing when you're changing lane to make sure you change lane. It is everywhere in our life we need to pause. You are sitting to eat. Pause to enjoy what you're putting in your mouth. Pause to chew. Do not stand up and walk into the kitchen and walking out of the kitchen with a glass trying to drink some water. No. You might choke. Look at what you're doing. Pausing. And pausing to let go of a situation. You made a mistake like this young lady. This young family, we had to help them at JVS to make sure that the mistake that they made was corrected. But look at the condition. She didn't know to pause. Everybody that is in your life, they have a purpose. When you go to your bank, do not come and tell me, oh, Tessa-Marie, my banker is my friend. No, they are not your friend. They are employed to give you services that you may need or may not need, but their job is to give you what the bank has to sell. Therefore, if they do the best, they get a bonus, and it keeps going up and up and up. And it's not one bank, it's they all come together, not the different companies, I mean all the branches of that particular bank. So pause. You already have debt. Why are you taking on more? Did you think you just because more debt is not going to get you a better credit rating? Stop telling that to people, whoever you guys are, and stop believing that. Pause in the moment and ask yourself this question: should I do this? Pausing is magical. Let go of what doesn't suit you in the moment. Life changes. It changes. And when it changes, you change with it. Circumstances change and you change with it. What may have worked well 5 years ago, maybe is not working right now. We know that. And if you're holding on to something that is not to your, for your highest good, you are not going to be successful. It's painful to let go of even a dress. I love the dress so much. When I was 10 pounds slimmer, it fitted me. I look magnificent in it, but I'm keeping it. I'm 20 pounds fatter now, but I still want to keep it. Is it time to let go, declutter, give it away, put it in the bin for those who do not have? Somebody might need that beautiful dress to go to a graduation or something, or to a party, or just to show up for a job. Let it go. You do not have a use for it, give it away. Let it go. And sometimes, just, sometimes in those amazingly rare occasions, we have to let go of people in our life. On those rare occasions, very rare, but occasions nonetheless, we have to let go of those that does not mesh with us. We have to walk away. We no longer align with them. I was talking to my siblings last night, and we were talking about when you have gotten saturated with the power of gratitude and thankfulness in your life, certain people you have coped with, dealt with, all of a sudden, they will not seem as if you want to be in that presence. Their presence will make your skin crawl, not because they're bad, but because they're not aligned. It doesn't matter. They just are not aligned, and you don't want to hang. And you stay there, you suffer. You stay there, you're not being you. You're not caring for you. You're not loving you. Because you need to realize, this over there is not making me comfortable. That thing over there is not bringing me to a closer place to where I desire to go. And that group, it was great at a certain time, but of all change. And you have changed so much. You can say, I have changed so much. Nothing here resonates with me. I need to let it go. You have to let go sometimes the city in which you live, the career that you have worked for. The one, my friend went to school with me in Toronto, went to university with lawyer. He wanted to be a artist. But Tessa-Marie, look at my name. They're all lawyers. I cannot do this. Off to become a lawyer. As soon as his father popped off, died, he quit. And he's now an artist in Europe, enjoying living the life. Every now and again, he'll send me something to see what he's doing and where he's at. I'm married and have children, but he is having a ball. So he had to let it go. He knew it wasn't his calling, and he did it. But we as parents, or this thing we have about just putting all our pressure on our children, sometimes it boomerangs, it just boomerangs. And we have to learn to let people develop and to be the people they were meant to be. Nurture and help. Advise and pull back. Let go of them. Let them go and fight their own battles. Do not step in and believe you can fight every battle. You can give them. And those of you who come, oh, Tessa, if they have money, they'll get. No, no, we know that. Look at Robbins, Anthony Bourdain. Look at all of them. Money is not, don't come telling me, oh, my children have the money and they will be. No, it doesn't give you anything except the opportunity to have experiences you wouldn't normally have. And you better be sane when you're having these experiences. You better be sane. So you need to have your mental prosperity need to be on point. Emotionally, you're not dependent on somebody to make you sleep at night, who gives you something to help you sleep at night. But you have money. No, money doesn't make your knee get better because you're limping. Money is not all. Maybe losing 10 pounds might, or you have to go and get a drug to lose the weight. Yeah, that's cool, except it might affect the liver. Is that still cool? Pause before you make choices and decision. Pause. Take a break. Inflect. Is this the right thing for me in this moment? Sorry, guys, you're all over there. I cannot see you. Last person I can see coming in on Instagram is Loretta. And no, well, no. Hi, Nancy. I'm going. Hi, Sue. Sue is there. Nancy is here. Colleen is here. Dawn is here. Um, but Kimberly. Long time miss you. Kimberly is here. I couldn't see all of you because it just was not. It's still not moving. I have to take the time to push it up. Well, anyway, what can I tell you? It's technology. I'm so glad to be back on my amazing test. Thank you, my sweet. So one thing we have to remember, we need to pause. Sometimes pause to realize what you are trying to hold on to is what you should let go. You cannot do that if you didn't take the pause. You wouldn't know that if you didn't stop in the moment. You didn't know that if when they were finished talking, you took a deep breath. You didn't know that. You let them finish their sentence before you interrupted. You would have heard the whole story and you'd find half of it is not good for me. Pause. Pause to watch the lover you choose, how their eyes drift. They're talking to you and you watch the words. Pause and listen to the last sentence. Pause and realize, am I willing to be your mommy again? Am I going to be cleaning after you? Am I going to be waiting for you for my life to begin? Am I going to put all of my effort into taking care of you? Pause. They told you, you heard it, but you didn't pause. There is so much power in pausing. The more you pause, the better and more successful you become at the things you desire to do in your life. You pause to breathe, to enjoy, to observe, to touch, to smell it. You walk into a room and there's magnificent cooking happening. You know what that is? The smell of freshly baked bread. Have you ever come here where you can just feel the break? Do you know supermarkets spray that scent simulated into the supermarket? They don't have a bakery there, but they make you feel like they've got a bakery and all you want to do is go to the bread department and start buying bread. They do that. Why do you think in the big department store they spray the perfume and allow you to walk through it? They need to smell the scent. Pause. Everything we do is bent on those five senses: smell, taste, touch, feel, hear. We hear it and then we take action. We hear it and we get angrier. We hear it and we say it's the right thing for us. We hear it and we fall in love. We feel it and we fall in love. We see it and we fall in love. We taste it and we fall in love. We touch and we fall in love. But sometimes What we fell in love with 20 years ago is not good for us today. We need to realize that. And the only way we can get that is to pause and let go. Pause. I have something that I tell you guys to do, especially my followers. I say, you guys, when you're finished doing something, pause, right? Take a 10-minute pause. I remember my sister incorporates it. Yoko, I know, does it. Stacy does it. She said, I'm pausing. Stacy is very, what you call it, flamboyantly pausing. My sister will say, I'm calling you because I'm pausing. Because what you were just working on, you completed it, reflect on it, inflect on it, pause. How did it feel to be finished this? Pour your glass of tea, wine, your water, your tea, your coffee, whatever, and sit and inflect. How did that feel? How am I getting it? Feel it. What was that feeling I loved when I finished it? I need to have it again. You cannot do that if you didn't take the time to pause. So Yuko, as you guys know, works from home and she does hairdressing and editing and all of that. And when I first talked with her about pausing, she said she couldn't do 10 minutes between clients and stuff. So I said, Yuko, why don't you try 5 minutes? So she started taking a 5 minute before she starts the other client, even if they're there. She will maybe turn around and she will be sweeping the floor, doing something, but she stopped that. She sits for 10 minutes, she sips on 5 minutes, she sips on water, and she got back. She said before she did that, she would fall asleep on the couch between 5 and 6 o'clock at night. But since she started taking pauses between her clients or the task or this or that, she said, I am energized when I start again. And I notice I am awake and I'm with talking to my husband and we can communicate. I'm not half asleep on the couch. Pausing is a win win. So incorporate taking a pause during the day after you have completed a task or a phone call or something like that. And this is your morning blessings on Thursday. Today, Thursday, March 27, 2025. Guess what? We have the Love Channel at 12 on YouTube. And it's just for YouTube at 12 p.m. today. Then on Saturday at 1 p.m., I will be doing again another part of financial on all three channels: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. And on Sunday, Yuko and I will be doing this Sunday self care show. And this time we are giving you the topic because you guys are choosing the topics for us. This time it's on movement. So we are ladies that are of a certain age and we move and we want to tell you how soon you should start, and it's never too late to start, and how consistent you should be. And there's so many things that Yuko and I do that are so different and not common. So join us on Sunday. Join me at 12 noon today on YouTube. Join me on the three platforms on Saturday at 1 p.m. Literally, physically, this week I will have done 9 lives. I feel like I'm 12 years old. Have a ball, everybody. Goodbye to my friends on YouTube. There are 2 of you there. So goodbye. I don't know who's there. I'm still looking for Angie. So I haven't seen her for a while. So take care, all of you, and I will see you. So goodbye to my YouTube friends. Have a great day. Thank you for coming. And then I'm going to say,